Sharp Fede, who's at YouTube? It's your boy Benjamin G. Ditsile from the Amajita Football Show. Please remember to subscribe so that we can get the show to 1.5 thousand subscribers. As bon.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of the Amajita Football Show. Lina Lakakina Israel S. Ditsile, the Robert Marawa of this very show. And I'm not alone, I am with
Benjamin T, Mr. Man of the Match. Ditsile.
Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share with loved ones. And also don't forget to follow us on TikTok. And also don't forget to follow us on X, Twitter. And don't forget, just don't forget.
Yeah.
Anyway, as you can see by the title, we are talking about the Tshwane Derby. It is Supersport against, Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's get right into it, man. What do you feel about the game?
Well, it's going to be a very interesting game, as we all know. You know, derbies, they are funny. You get what I'm saying? A team can be playing the way they play until a derby shows up. We saw that in the Soweto derby on Saturday.
Yeah.
However, I do feel that things are going to be different this time, man. Mamelodi Sundowns, utter dominance. Miguel Cardoso, since his reign, has won 8 out of 8. And of course, form doesn't work here. But I'm just saying, Mamelodi Sundowns is coming into this game with more confidence, with a mentality of dominating, knowing very well the Orlando Pirates is right behind them. So it's going to be an interesting game. But I'm expecting Mamelodi Sundowns to just dominate.
And isn't it crazy that, honestly, we haven't been really impressed with Cardoso's theory and performance, but 8 out of 8 is a good track record.
Yeah. And going through good CAF Champions League, going through good Netbank, even though it wasn't very testing.
Yeah.
However, judging by results, okay, he's getting the results. So shout out to him for that,
And what do you think about Coach Gavin? I remember last time you said, I think he deserves a break.
Yeah, listen, for me, Coach Gavin, he has done a lot for the game. Take nothing from him.
For sure.
The type of players that he has produced. When he was at Supersport United, you had players like Teko Mudise, Dane Clay, Tivo, Anthony Lafort. You get what I'm saying? Kemet Erasmus, if I remember well.
The main duty.
Both duty and stuff like that. Those are the type of players that he has produced. Look at what he did for Big West Vets, winning, the league after a very long time. If it wasn't their first time. Producing there, Bogabadino Mahango, Tulani Tlatswayo, Bopule, Bo Dion Hoto. That's what he has done for the game, for South African football. However, football is changing. You can see the type of teams that are dominating now. It's teams that are playing total football and all those type of things, different tactics. So for me, I'm not saying that, he's absolutely bad and overall bad. I just think he needs to take a 2-year sabbatical, and then come back to the football arena, after he has learned this new type of football. But that's just my opinion.
I think, when you look at the log, you might have a point. But also you think maybe Supersport is looking at the fact that if he could take Kaizer Chiefs to CAF, without the players that he needed, surely he could, do the same for Supersports.
Yeah.
I mean, you also look at the log. It is tight. They might be 12, having played 15 games and what?
With 16 points.
16 points, which is really not good. But again, you look at the whole league holistically. So it's few margins. So, it's not like really they are playing that bad. It's just the fact of other teams played before. So obviously, as they win their games, they will go above. But as well as Supersports, if they get to win or draw tonight, they probably might go levels higher.
Yeah, I hear you. Good point. But I stick with, I think for me, Coach Gavin, just don't know who will come if not him. However, how should Coach Gavin approach this game?
Coach Gavin.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think a simple 4-4-2 will do. Which is crazy because you're speaking about, getting rid of the old football. But at this time, to defend better, to be much more balanced, literally, I think he'll be safeguard the 4-4-2. I think he has I think with Coach Gavin and young players, I think the key is, one, he's a father figure, and two, he knows how to keep them technically disciplined. Supersports players can be disciplined in terms of when they are off the ball. And for now, I think maybe that is the approach that they would want to come into the game. Be off the ball, somehow be ready to soak in that pressure and probably play on a counter.
Yeah. Coach Gavin Hunt, I don't think he believes in that. I don't think he believes in
playing, he doesn't play like that.
On transition and everything like that. Listen, today, Gavin Hunt is getting a beating. I'm sorry. He's just getting a beating.
Wow.
Losing against Amazulu 2-1. Poor performance, if you ask me. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. But looking at the previous game against Amazulu, playing the 3-4-1-2, poor performance. Listen, I'm not a huge fan of playing with one striker. However, it's working for teams right now. Most teams, it's working. You know what I'm saying? So for me, don't go with the 3-4-1-2, because Mamelodi Sundowns, when you look at the way that they control in the middle, Pule is going to be absolutely isolated. And Bosaile will not get an opportunity to be free on the ball, because when you look at Mamelodi Sundowns with the counter press, they're very strong on that. Whether they counter press via the ball, or they go man marking, or they go with the passing lanes, Mamelodi Sundowns is just going to dominate this game, But how should the formation? I just want the formation on from Coach Gavin Hunt's point of view. You said 4-4-2. How would they play the 4-4-2?
Ooh, it's a tough one, man.
Like having Mamelodi Sundowns in mind.
Yeah, no.
But I guess at the end you gave a proper reason why. You want them to play a low block and play on the counter. That's okay. For me, let's go into Mamelodi Sundowns now. How should Coach Miguel Cardoso come into this game?
3-4-3. For now, it keeps Sundowns. It makes them able to move the ball easily. Being fluid as well, playing the diamonds in the middle as well, but also just to penetrate, got the wingers, the wing backs. Supersports will have a tough time keeping those guys, on lock.
Definitely.
And just speaking on the quality, just the quality alone is going to be a tough one. I understand that Sundowns right now has a couple of young players, Bokhoza, but really we speak of quality when you speak of Ribeiro, you speak of Allende, those are players that Akon himself, as young as he is, as great as he is,
good defender.
He's actually one of the defenders that I truly love, because Supersport's great potential. But I don't think they'll be able to hold him off.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. 3-4-3 said, I'm seeing here he was playing 4-1 against Golden Arrows. What an amazing performance, by the way, by Mamelodi Sundowns. Absolute dominance. We do not know if it's because of Golden Arrows that's also kind of struggling, but they played the 4-1 quite well. You get what I'm saying? I just want this time in the derby, he should start with Shalulile. Again, he saw against Golden Arrows, the minute he brought on Shalulile, things changed. A lot of people are fighting the fact that why take Mkhulisi off at that point in time. However, it did work. You get what I'm saying? So for me, go with your best foot forward. The same formation, 4-1, and start with Shalulile, and things will go well for me. One thing I love about Mamelodi Sundowns is the counter pressing, man. They are going back to that thing where the ball rotation is beautiful, and you saw the fourth goal, the deflection when Tewomkwena shot, very beautiful goal. They counter pressed. Golden Arrows couldn't be comfortable. You get what I'm saying? And then they ended up getting the goal. So I love the way that they are playing. Coach Pep once said, Guardiola, that his Barcelona team, the counter pressing was ball based, ball orientated, and the whole team would go to where the ball is, and if they haven't recovered the ball in 7 seconds, they now move back. And I think I'm seeing glimpses of that with Mamelodi Sundowns. So I am falling in love with Miguel Cardoso, not just because of the results, but the game against Golden Arrows was very, very, very promising.
I think you comment on the play more than the results, and I think what you are saying is that once you get to see that play, you get to see that combination, you start appreciating the effort that goes into putting in the formation, putting it together, as well as the plays. One thing that disappointed me about pulling Mkhulisi off is that, did you not see Vele, this is how this team is going to play, and technically why would you put him on? You get what I mean? And I mean, Mkhulisi is a great player, so for now, I don't know, but he's a champ, so he took it like one. But for now, I feel like really his confidence, it does bruise. You get what I mean? Because you don't want to frustrate a player like that who has really great potential as well.
That's true. That's true. Let's go into the players. For Supersport United, who will be important? 3 players from your side that you think will be absolutely important.
Modi, is it right?
Nico Mobi.
Mobi, definitely. And who can I say? Ndlovu is a bit aggressive.
They're going to need that strength in the middle.
Which is going to be much needed tonight. And so he's also a great captain. I think maybe he's very firm, but also, who else, man? Bule. Bule has the ability to take on players. He's definitely going to be another confidence booster for the players to say, hey, let's try to take them on. You know what I mean? Even though, it might just not last that much. But your 3 players.
You are very right, especially with Ndlovu. I think he brings stability into the middle. You need a player with composure, a player who understands it also tactically, when to pass the ball, when to pass it sideways, and when to pass it, Kopeli and stuff. It's going to be a very tough game, and if they're not careful, Mamelodi Sundowns is going to dominate in the middle. So they need an experienced player like that. Vincent Pulo always poses a threat. You get what I'm saying? On the ball, he's still a bit skillful. So they need a player like that. And then I'm going to say Christian Saile. You get what I'm saying? I think if they're going to play with the counter-attack football that you're talking about, they need a quick player. And Mamelodi Sundowns, when it comes to quick players, they struggle a bit. So Christian Saile is going to be important for Supersport.
Especially if they're going to put Libusa there. Then
Wow.
But as you were saying, man.
Christian Saile. Let's go to Mamelodi Sundowns. 3 players that are important for you from Mamelodi Sundowns.
Allende, Ribeiro, Shalulile.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. There's nothing more you can say, boy. Listen, man. For me, I'm going to need Mamelodi Sundowns to be solid at the back. I'm obviously going to, mention my favorite defender right now, Malibongwe Khoza. I think he is the future, man. The composure, the way he's so comfortable on the ball, the way he communicates. Also, he can also penetrate. Morning against Golden Arrows, he has the ball. He can push a bit. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to put up Stones City, brag. I think Malibongwe Khoza for me, you get what I'm saying? And he needs the experience. So let him play the Tshwane derby. And then I'm going to say Ribeiro Costa as well. I think the best player right now in the league, best player. In the league, the way he just handles the ball and his passes, and man, Shalulile, the horse, Peter Shalulile for me is going to be absolutely important. Prediction:
2-0 Mamelodi Sundowns.
Wow, I love the fact that Supersport is not scoring. And that's a fact, because if they're going to score against Mamelodi Sundowns, it's going to be a set piece. And Miguel Cardoso has been teaching the boys set pieces. So, I'm going to say 3-0, boy.
Yeah, and you look again, the advantage Mamelodi Sundowns has. A lot of players come from Supersports. You get what I mean? And, also on their side, they have LIK, who hasn't been playing though with Supersports. But, it's not going to work.
And another player is Mudiba, the way he inverts, creates space, and we always have an extra player there. It's fine. Listen, for me, Mamelodi Sundowns is winning 3-0. Peter Shalulile, Ribeiro Costa on the score sheet, and then maybe a Teb Zamukwena again, or even a Marcelo Allende. Doesn't score much, but today that's the type of game that we're gonna have. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. Please remember, subscribe, like, comment, and share this with friends and loved ones. Remember to follow us on X and follow us on TikTok. Ladies and gentlemen, from us, Amajita.
Asbon.